you need to figure it out. And that right there started this rift. I made it very clear to her that this vision, this ministry, this calling was more important than her. Not my relationship with Jesus, the calling, the ministry. And so, you get a vision, and God gave me a vision for my life to go radically transform young lives, but my values were not aligning with the vision that God had given me and called me. So, that kind of started this rift in our marriage, really, at a young age. He's doing all, but my heart gradually was becoming prideful. And I was starting to think like, yeah, look at me. I built this great team, and look at all these kids getting saved. And, I wasn't coming out saying that, but in my heart, that's what's happening. That little bit of pride started to sneak in. And, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's what he wants to do. And the last thing he wants us to do is to be in the word and be fully surrendered to the Holy Spirit. Yeah. Because when we start, walking on our own power, we start taking credit for the things that God's doing. And that was the beginning of kind of the spiral for me, Yeah. And I think it comes back to, me coming home and expecting all these praises, and my wife just to, be like, oh, you're so amazing, and I love you, and you're so great. Like, I started to believe these little lies because I wasn't getting these great feelings, right? And so around that time, I had hired an assistant, and she was in the ministry before, was serving in the ministry, had never even thought like, it's very innocent, right? And all of a sudden one day there was this thought in my mind, it's like, wow, she's kind of amazing. There's all these things she's really good at. And, boy, she thinks I'm pretty amazing, right? Like, yeah, whatever. And so it started this 2-week emotional, which I would say a 2-week emotional affair. We moved back to Omaha, and we just started to rebuild our business, not our business, rebuild our marriage, right? We had to rebuild that. And it started off with, and I remember my wife saying something like, you'd have all these staff meetings with all the people that worked for you. And it's so crazy to think about, like, now we have this amazing daughter in our family that had, my wife decided that she didn't want to forgive, or she was done, or she wasn't going to, give me another opportunity. And had we not, we would have missed out on having this amazing young daughter in our family that is just doing awesome things for the Lord. She's 14 now and been with us for 12 years. And so awesome to look back and see all these special moments that God has done. And I even remember my little girl, Jenna, who was just born when all this happened. And I remember some of her early steps when she was, 1 or 2 or 3. And there were several moments where God lovingly whispered to me, you would have missed this. You would have missed this. And to think about, had I not been willing to just humble myself and start to build some of those disciplines in my life and rely on the Lord and surrender to the Holy Spirit each day to rebuild that marriage, how much I would have missed. Yeah. And that's a thing out to guys out there that maybe they're thinking about divorce, maybe they've gotten divorced or whatever it is, right? They don't have any hope right now in their life. Like, man, press into the Lord and he can restore your marriage. I mean, this is a creator of the universe, right? He can restore your marriage. He can bring you and your wife back together if you just surrender day by day to the Holy Spirit and be led by him. He could do miraculous things in your marriage. Yeah, it's kind of that whole thing. It's like, our character is developed in the darkness, right? It's developed when no one's looking. And so when the stage lights are on, or the lights are put on in our life, we're able to really shine in that space. But it's done in the hard work and the hard time and the daily disciplines and all those different things. So yeah, it's called focus growth. Become the mentor you wish you had. Yeah, it's going to be fun, and hopefully it'll just, the vision that God gave me is to inspire 7 million men by 2030 to be a mentor. So just take that first step to invest into yourself and invest into someone else.